The performance of a black national anthem at the Super Bowl is causing huge controversy. We're going to see exactly what happened, the massive backlash that responded, and why it all signals an extraordinary transformation of the political left that will end liberalism forever. You're not going to want to miss this. For the third year in a row, the NFL kicked off the Super Bowl with the singing of the song Lift Every Voice and Sing, commonly referred to as the Black National Anthem. It's a song that was adopted by the NAACP back in 1917 and has since become a musical icon of black identity and political struggle. The controversy emerges given where the song is being placed in the pregame ceremonies. It's coming right before the national anthem, which, by the way, was sung beautifully and very movingly by country music star Chris Stapleton. But its proximity to the national anthem is what's so concerning for so many who believe that, in effect, it's putting forward a highly divisive message that there are de facto not one but two national anthems in our nation, one for the nation as a whole and one inspired more by ethno-nationalist sentiments than anything else. Xavier DeRusso tweeted out, "Black national anthem is an oxymoron. We are one nation under God. If you think otherwise, you're in support of segregation. It's that simple." Daryl Harrison tweeted out, "The NFL is making a huge mistake, in my humble opinion, by having Lift Every Voice and Sing, what has traditionally been referred to as the Black National Anthem, sung at the Super Bowl. What more divisive message could be sent than to suggest we're a nation of two anthems?" ALX tweeted out, "Spoiler alert, the people pushing the Black National Anthem aren't trying to unify the country. They're trying to divide it." Congresswoman Lauren Boebert tweeted out, "America only has one national anthem. Why is the NFL trying to divide us by playing multiple? Do football, not wokeness." And the Kerry Lake War Room tweeted out a photo of Kerry refusing to stand for the singing of the Black National Anthem, so-called. Now, at one level, a lot of this contention is simply in response to the incompetent ultra-woke leftism of the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. I mean, Goodell is widely recognized as politically leftist, is incurably woke, and he's tarnishing the NFL with icons of his ideological absurdity. So at one level, you can almost see this as trivial. The Black National Anthem will be a part of Super Bowl games only as long as leftists like Roger Goodell are commissioner. Get rid of him and you get rid of that. But at another level, it's actually indicative of something very, very profound happening on the political left. You see, the political left is actually going through a massive, and I mean fundamental transformation that promises to end once and for all liberalism in our nation. That's right. The left is in the process of rejecting liberalism and burying it in a way that we on the right don't even have to. Now, I know that's a huge claim, but I want to develop for you as we go along. But first, you've got to click on that link below and try an amazing American-made product that's sweeping the nation. You may have seen ads for them during the recent string of Trump rallies or getting rave reviews on Truth Social. It's an amazing South Dakota company called Old Country Soap. They use traditional Amish techniques and locally sourced ingredients, gang, to make the best natural soaps out there. I mean, every bar of Old Country Soap includes pure and unfiltered bentonite clay, which works wonders for dry and sensitive skin. It's absolutely amazing. So, gang, I use it every day and I love it. And they've got a wonderful Valentine's Day special for our audience. Click on that link below and get 25% off your purchase if you use my promo code Turley. These soaps will make an amazing last minute Valentine's Day gift for your loved one. So get busy, go click on that link and visit oldcountrysoap.com. Get 25% off with promo code Turley. Your loved ones will love you for it. What's so key to understanding what's happening with the political left in the United States today is that, well, the whole world, but particularly the Western world, is going through a massive rupture, most commonly known as post-modernity or postmodernism. We have to understand that liberalism actually comes from a philosophical school of thought known as modernism. which was born out of the 18th century Enlightenment. And it involved more or less the enthronement of scientific rationalism as the one true way of understanding the world. It's a one-size-fits-all form of knowledge for all people, times, and places. Modern people basically believed that pre-modern tribal, ancestral, monarchical beliefs and practices, they had all ceded their authority to forms of truth and reasoning that's now derived from autonomous human reason. And what we have to understand is that modernity, in many respects, is the philosophical roots of the liberal left, of progressive leftism. This is why the left is always pushing the envelope. You know, the LGBT rights, transgender rights, all of these new rights that seem to be invented out of thin air. They're always trying to push the envelope. They're always trying to be modern. They're always trying to disparage the old and celebrate the new and the unprecedented. Here's the problem for Democrats and for leftist liberals. Global populations in general, and Western populations in particular, are no longer modernists. We've by and large rejected modernity, and instead, we've now become what scholars call postmodern. Now, unlike modernists, postmodernists don't believe in a one-size-fits-all political and economic system based on scientific rationality. Instead, postmodernists value the role of culture, custom, ethnicity, and race in cultivating our perceptions about the world and life. So this is what we're seeing emerge literally everywhere around the world, from the rise of neo-Orthodox Russia to the Confucian revival in China, from the Hindu nationalist renewal in India to the revived Ottoman identity in Turkey. Everywhere we look, culture, custom, ethnicity, religion are all becoming the basis for social orders across the globe. And it's happening here in the United States as well. Now, while the buffoons in the legacy media are so obsessed and distracted with the supposed rise of white nationalism, what's escaping their notice is the very definite rise of black nationalism, precisely like what we saw in the Super Bowl. You see, inevitably, the world is transforming into two grand political options. Either we're going to embrace what scholars call civic nationalism, which here in the United States is most represented by Trump and the MAGA movement, or we're going to break up, we're going to balkanize according to ethno-nationalist allegiances. And that's, of course, what we see with the Black Lives Matter movement. Civic nationalist movements are all seeking to restore their respective national sovereignties by reaffirming border security, economic security to protect our jobs for our citizens, and reaffirming our nation's common culture, customs, and traditions that unite us as one multi-ethnic people. Ethno-nationalists are characterized by a turn toward a more homogeneous racial and cultural makeup, where populations are increasingly balkanizing as they turn towards their own ethnic identity and loyalties based on kin and race as the basis for a postmodern social order. And so here's the conclusion. In this postmodern world that's either becoming civic nationalist or ethno-nationalist, where on earth is there any room for progressive liberalism? And we could already see BLM activists calling white liberals to account as they more and more transform the Democratic Party into an ethno-nationalist party. Postmodern BLM activists are shifting the party away from its white liberal center to a more neo-segregationist ethno-tribalism. For example, at a rally in Los Angeles, Pan-African Studies professor Melina Abdullah, the co-founder of Black Lives Matter LA, denounced the city of Los Angeles as filled with what she called, get this, liberal white supremacists. And she publicly denounced their mayor at the time, Eric Garcetti, who was your typical progressive liberal mayor. But she called him out as a liberal white supremacist. Now, you've got to catch that. You'll notice that according to this BLM LA founder, the fact that she and the mayor are both liberals, both on the left, no longer means they're on the same political side. A white liberal can now be equated with a white supremacist. That's what's happening to the modern left today. The modern left is turning very definitely into an ethno-nationalist movement, the logical outworking of which is the eventual balkanization of our nation if it's successful. And the only way we can effectively fight back against it is through championing the MAGA movement, championing civic nationalism as the basis for a truly multi-ethnic postmodern society rooted in common civic, cultural, and religious traditions that bind us together as one people and a single nation. And so in many respects, what we saw and heard at the NFL was in a very real way a clash, a musical collision between precisely these two nationalist visions of life. We have yet to see which one wins out, but we can at least know that liberalism will be the biggest loser of them all. As always, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. You'll definitely want to check out my latest video on what happens when a woke journalist tries to get Jordan Peterson to stop quoting from the Bible. You're going to absolutely love it. So make sure to click on the link, and I'll see you over there. God bless.